Hello everyone, today you join me for a day of birdwatching at probably one of my favourite nature reserves in the entire country. Today I am at RSPB Arne, a beautiful, lovely, massive nature reserve, about an hour's drive from my parents' house in the New Forest. This might be my third or fourth visit and I love it. It's got a fantastic mix of different habitats, heathland, ancient woodland, a bit of coastline as well, gorgeous views. So I'm really excited to explore today. And what I love about Arne is that there is this sense of excitement that something cool might show up at any moment. For example, white-tailed seagulls from the Isle of Wight fly over regularly. I've only had the briefest of glimpses of Dartford Warblers, another special bird that breeds here. It's great for reptiles as well, and invertebrates and butterflies, so I'm really excited I'll be able to see some nice birds today. Also, I hope you noticed that the video quality should have improved. All my videos so far have been filmed on my phone, and now I've got myself a GoPro, so hopefully you'll notice an improvement in the quality. Let me know in the comments if you do. Can you see all my imperfections? All right then, I'll stop yapping there. Let's go birding. So, I've maybe been here half an hour and just had my first brief glimpse of a Dartford Warbler. Got such a scratchy little song. Sort of sounds a little bit like a whitethroat or a scratchier blackcap or something, but I heard that, stopped, got 2 quick clicks off before it flew off and I've lost it again. But I've also heard a cuckoo calling just now, somewhere behind me here. So I got distracted by that. Swifts flying overhead. Very nice, very peaceful. Not many people here. Buzzard flying over there. Singing chiff chaff. Good stuff. It's almost harder when you've just had a brief glimpse of a bird because you're like, I'll stick around, it'll show itself again. But when there's such a lovely reserve here, I want to explore it. I don't like being stood in one spot just trying to see a single bird. Wear sunscreen. Stay protected out there, folks. Another few nice sightings of Dartford Warblers in this side of the path just here, but they're not staying still very long at all. It's very easy to lose them as soon as they take flight. So it's tough. Still one okay photo potentially.
A few moments later.
Right, I'm calling it. You could spend all day waiting around trying to get a photo of one bird, but you know, it's a big place, you got to move on, there are more birds out there. So I've dumped the Dartford Warbler and I'm going to go mingle with some other birds instead. Don't go chasing warblers, they're a very difficult bird to try and see. Yeah. Dartford Warblers from 2 pairs in 1965 to at least 86 pairs at Arne. They are a great conservation success. What else we got? If you want to see some very special spiders, you're in the right place. Check out the water edges for the UK's biggest species, the raft spider. And I actually saw a raft spider last time I was here actually. Pretty cool. Ladybird spiders are a back from the brink species only found at 8 sites in the UK, all in Dorset. They are recovering on the lowland heaths at Arne. I'm now heading to the viewpoint on Coombe Heath, and this is where I actually saw the Dartford Warbler the last time I was here. So I've still got my eyes out. You do get a banging view from up here. actually a pretty windy day out here on the heath, so it'll be a good test to see what this microphone is like. It is windy, but then when the sun comes out, it's actually really nice and warm. Quite quiet from the lookout there because it was high tide, so not much about. I think it's time to get lunch.
If you're planning a visit to RSPB Arne, my advice is to spend some time around the visitor centre, chat to some of the brilliant volunteers and get some advice on where to see some of the rarer birds like those pesky Dartford Warblers, but also enjoy the bird feeders near there as well, because they're always so busy with birds like that chaffinch, goldfinch and siskin here feeding on the seeds. But I've also seen birds like coal tit and nuthatches come down and enjoy the feeders. So although it's busy with visitors wandering by, I would advise stopping and taking a look, because these are some really busy and wonderful feeders and you never know what's going to show up.
Had my packed lunch now and ready for another afternoon of birding. Again, it's super windy. I wonder if you'll be able to hear me over the wind, but I'm about to head up probably the best viewpoint on the reserve, and it's got a few, but check this out. You shall not pass. I know that's Gandalf and not Dumbledore, but I still think it's funny because they're wizards. They're both wizards. One of the cutest things ever, just in the tree, just here. You might be able to hear them calling. It's 3 blue tit chicks just in this little crack of the tree. They look pretty big. One of them looks like it's about to fledge any minute. Keeps sticking its wing out and its foot. They are so out the nest there. Incredible. And it's just right on the footpath. So as people are just walking by, I'm stopping them and being like, look, there's a little family of blue tits in there.
It's okay if we pass?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
There's a cute little nest of blue tits just in the tree here. You can just see the chicks poking their heads out. How nice is that? They're very obvious. It looks like a very vulnerable little spot, actually. Apparently, a brutic brood can be up to 13 chicks, and each chick can eat about 100 caterpillars a day. That's crazy, isn't it? So these two need to find about 300 for their brood. So they're going off. They're so busy all the time, constantly all day, back and forth. It's a tough life. Busy, busy time to be a bird at the moment, feeding all your hungry chicks. It's really important that the chicks are hatching out at the same time as there's caterpillars available, and as things get warmer, birds might start having their chicks earlier, laying their eggs earlier, so they will hatch when there won't be the insect life out yet for them to feed their chicks, and that's a worry. How cute are those? So one of my favourite things about Arne is the variety of habitats. So all morning I was walking around heathland looking for Dartford Warblers. It feels almost like awe-inspiring, big open spaces. And then when you get into the other side of the reserve, you're in lovely ancient woodland, full of oak trees and adorable nesting birds and deer. And on a glorious sunny day like today, it's absolutely beautiful. And then once you've walked through the woodlands, you come out on coastline, beautiful little beach. And I've saved my bag of crisps to enjoy on the beach there, so looking forward to that. Wow, I've just spotted pretty sure it was a seeker deer up close to the fence. I wonder if the GoPro will pick this up. I'm gonna attempt to set the tripod up and get some footage. Look at this little baby squirrel. I'm gonna have to try and film that, that's so cute. I thought it was going to be hard to beat the cuteness of the blue tit chicks, but that little squirrel came pretty close. That was adorable. Had such a small little tail.
I was then treated to one of the closest views I've ever had of one of Britain's most widely distributed birds of prey, the kestrel. The kestrel has a nickname of the wind hoverer due to its very recognisable ability to hover in the air, and it does this by using its pointed wings and long tail to fly at the exact same speed as the incoming wind, giving the impression that it's staying exactly in the same spot, and it will use this ability to hunt for animals on the ground such as small mammals like voles and mice. Buzzards have been known to hover as well, but they do it much more clumsily and with larger flaps of their wings than the very elegant and fast flapping kestrel. So if you see a bird of prey hovering on a roadside, it is most likely a kestrel. And it's also been reported that these birds can see in ultraviolet light, helping them see the urine trails of the small mammals they're hunting. And I was thrilled to get some excellent photos of this beautiful bird.
So a bit later than expected after all the distractions. Blue tit chicks, little baby squirrels, kestrels. I've made it to the beach, so I'm going to enjoy my bag of crisps and then might start making my way back. Not a bad crisp spot at all. Look at this. Made in yours. So it's getting a little bit late now, so I'm going to start heading back towards the car. I might go back to that original spot for one final Dartford Warbler attempt before we go. And I swear, carrying this thing around, and this takes it out of you. I've walked 7.5 miles. Those tents there, and all this matting. I wonder if they're going to be filming Springwatch here again, because that's certainly set up for something. So Chris, Michaela, if you're watching this, help a new YouTuber out, alright? Please show my footage in Springwatch. Maybe the blue tits, or the Kestrel. Stick it in, go on. Right, I'm going to have one final go at the Dartford Warblers. As earlier, I only managed to get 2 clicks off, so the chances of either of them being good are slim. I'm just going to give it one final go at trying to spot these damn warblers. Where are you? So once again, I'm calling off the Dartford Warbler search. Just spent about an extra 35 minutes scanning gorse bushes, but no sign. Stone chat and a dunnock got me quite excited at one point, but alas, no Dartford Warblers. So thanks very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, be sure to give it a like or a comment and consider subscribing. That would mean a lot to me. And if you're ever on the south coast and you want a massive nature reserve to explore, RSPB Arne is pretty incredible. Lots of nice birds, and they don't lock the car park, so you can stay here as long as you want. Alright, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you another time. Ta-da then, bye-bye.